Hello, Diane. How are you?
Hi, Tina.
I am going to walk you through how you can actually share your screen in a moment. But first of all, we have some people in the room and they need
Okay.
to know who you are.
Okay.
All right, this is the amazing Diane Morgan, Mahhe. She is a marketing strategist, best-selling author, winner of the Legacy Women of Influence Award in 2021, national speaker, a successful entrepreneur with over 30 years of experience, including building two successful businesses using the strategies that she teaches her clients. Today, this amazing powerhouse woman is going to be talking with us today about social media, a powerful tool for thought leaders, build influence, and attract more clients. And I know you want to hear all about this. So, Diane, how you actually share the screen, you look down below and you'll see this box with an arrow pointing up.
Okay.
So you click that and click that, and then you can decide whether you want to do the PDF version or share your screen to use your computer.
Okay.
You have it, and then it's going to open up another screen, and so you won't be able to see us, but you'll be able to see the screen, and we'll be able to see everything from you. Okay, we can actually see your screen right now, and we can see you. You can take it away.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Tina. And I'm so excited to be here today. And I'm just so moved by the other speakers. And it just makes me even more excited and passionate about what I have to share today. I'm going to share about my whole heart marketing, which is a proven systems-based approach to authentic heart-centered marketing on the internet to build continued, consistent, credible visibility and influence with strategic partners, clients, and followers, while leveraging your time and resources to generate consistent income and make a bigger impact. If that's something and you feel like you're in the right place, say yes or send me a little symbol in the chat. Thank you. So, what I want to talk about today specifically is you're going to learn how to position yourself as a thought leader on social media with powerful strategies that will grow your brand and build influence. You're going to discover the missing link to your internet marketing success and how to bypass the algorithms. And Tina talked about this a little bit, and I'm going to talk about it some more. And you're going to walk away with a social media strategy to grow your brand and legacy, position yourself as a thought leader, and reach your ideal clients. My hope is that our time together today will change your internet marketing results forever. I just want to talk a little bit about how I got into social media because my story is a little bit different than some other people. I call myself a recovered corporate misfit, transformed to successful serial entrepreneur. So here's my why. When I was a recovering corporate misfit, when I was in the corporate world, I hated my job. I didn't fit in. I got sick all the time. I didn't fit in the company culture. And one day my son came home from school and said he hated school. And that was the turning point for me. It was like, okay, I have to know that I gave it my best shot. So I decided to turn my hobby into a business. And my hobby was, or my avocation, actually, it was a calling for me, was being a non-denominational minister and officiating very personalized wedding ceremonies and doing marriage prep and relationship coaching. And so I took that leap. I took one of those, I call it that cosmic kick in the butt seminar where you go, I'm quitting my job in 6 months or a year. And guess what? Then the universe said, okay. And I got a voluntary layoff with 30 days notice. So I launched into creating my business. Super, super, super long story short, I had a 20-year run with that. I got to be a stay-at-home and a working mom. I got to have a very successful business. I had a wedding ministry I did over 100 weddings a year. I had 6 other ministers in my ministry, and it was wonderful. What happened for me after that 20 years when my son grew up is that I wanted a different life. And so I was like, okay, what's my exit strategy here? And what happened is I decided, to during my off season of weddings, I started helping the other wedding professionals with their internet marketing. And it was like, oh, this is fun. I'm really good at this. And, it kind of like just evolved into a business. So at first it was super easy. It was just doing SEO and getting to the top of Google and all that and building websites. But then came social media. And what happened for me was, initially I actually got on Facebook to stalk my kids. And maybe some of you have done that too. I hope so, because it's really important to be involved in your kids' social media. And then, I started to look at social media and I kept getting pushed back into this whole Facebook thing, Facebook. And I was like, really, God, Facebook, this is my life. I'm this very spiritual person, this higher conscious, purpose-driven woman. Really, God, Facebook, this is my life. And 3 times I got pushed into this place of really taking a deeper look at social media. And I love the quote, Ralph Waldo Emerson says, every sweet hath its sour. Facebook can be the most annoying thing that ever walked the face of the earth. And it can be a powerful force for change in the world. And that is what I want to talk about today. The question came up of using, how do leaders use the digital world, and how do leaders use social media? And that is what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about inspiring 2 million of the 4+ billion women and a few good men to raise the consciousness of Facebook. So that's what I'm here to do. If you're getting on board with my mission, put a heart or a yes or something in the chat. Okay, here we go. Truth time. This is the truth room. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the truth. You can look like you're doing everything right and still not be getting results. Just because someone else is doing it does not mean it's right for your business. And less is more, okay? It's quality versus quantity. There are many different paths to success on social media. I like to call the internet the great equalizer, because anybody can be successful. Remember that show, The Equalizer, the old one, and now there's a new one. Because anybody can be successful if you're doing the right things. And that's what I want to talk about today, is a very specific path, the whole heart path to social media success, which is for building relationships that turn into referrals and clients. This is a path for speakers, coaches, consultants, authors, creatives, holistic practitioners, direct sales leaders and consultants who are branding themselves, purpose-driven entrepreneurs on a mission, change makers, and thought leaders. Okay, this is not the path for everybody. This is the path for building relationships. That's what I mean by just because someone else is doing it doesn't mean that it's the right thing for you. So where do we start? Okay, I like to talk about Facebook a lot because, Facebook is the mothership. It's 4+ billion users. And I'm going to dispel one of the biggest myths of social media right here, right now. A lot of people say, well, Facebook is social and LinkedIn is for business, and here's the thing. For this particular strategy where you're building relationships, almost anything that you share on Facebook, you can share on LinkedIn. Okay, so I wouldn't share pictures of my little kitties or something like that, but pretty much everything else you can share on Facebook and LinkedIn, and they each have different users and different demographics. And then I encourage you to add Instagram, but I really encourage you to be completely up and running and active on Facebook and LinkedIn before you go to Instagram. And then, of course, there's lots of other relevant platforms. There's always going to be a new social media platform to hang your virtual shingle. So, but you got to start somewhere. So, the first thing I want to do in terms of where do you start is social media monetization mastery. Set yourself up for success. This is very near and dear to my heart because I see so many people on social media, they're posting and they're doing all this stuff, but they're not set up for success. They don't have what I call the money marketing machine. Okay. The machine that helps you not only generate money, generate revenue, but the machine that helps you stay in touch with people. Okay. And there's 4 parts to this. The first part is your message. I'm going to talk about these individually, but the first part is your message, The second part is your plan or your funnel. No more random acts of social media. The third part is your container, which is your website and your email marketing. And the fourth part is your social media. I'm going to go through these specifically. First of all, your message. It is so important for you to know who your ideal client is. I mean, you basically get 2 seconds to engage people. You know how you are, you're scrolling on your phone 2 seconds and you're like, okay, next. So it's so important that you want to know who your ideal client is. If you can think of one person who is your ideal client that you are speaking to, this is how you're going to be successful on social media. I come from a background of search engine optimization. Social media platforms are just basically search engines. So you have to think about your message, your words. What is the message? What is the struggle that your ideal client is experiencing? What is going to cause them to lean in when they see your content? What's going to cause them to say, tell me more? Okay, so the first thing is your message. The second thing is you want to have a plan. Now you know who your ideal client is. You want to have a plan. What's your, we call it your freebie. What's your free thing? What's your Baskin Robbins pink spoon to give them a little sample of the ice cream? Okay. What's your free thing? What's your next offer? What's your next thing? Have a plan. Okay. The next thing is, I like to say, don't get caught chasing the flash mob on social media. So what does this mean? It means that it's crucial for you to have your own container, your own online presence that is not on social media. Social media is for marketing, okay? It's not your database. It's not your email marketing list. It's for marketing. So you want to have your own website, your own email marketing strategy, and your own, next is your own social media strategy. You want to think about who is your ideal client. And I like to say, don't get caught in the seduction. Okay. The seduction of, oh, I'm going to do every single social media platform and I'll be on TikTok, I'll be on Twitter. Okay. Don't get caught up in the seduction. Be focused. If you feel overwhelmed with social media, start with Facebook and LinkedIn and then add Instagram. And that is enough to get started and to have a very successful business, a very successful online presence, and to get your message out. Okay. And have a strategy. No more random acts of Facebook, and have a campaign. Okay. A beginning, a middle, and an end. Next, the missing link to your internet marketing success. You are your best lead magnet in this particular strategy. Bring your whole heart essence to your online presence. Everything is energy, okay? Energetically, whether we consciously or unconsciously, we perceive, we feel what is happening through the internet, on social media. Our goal is to bring who we are energetically through our words, through our images, through our essence, to communicate that to the people that we're interacting with on social media. And this is the thing that you can't pay someone else to do. You can pay someone to do your business and promotional. You can pay someone to help you find content. You can pay someone to do all of those things, but you can't pay someone to be you on social media, because people know, consciously or unconsciously, and you've probably had that experience where you can really feel, one heartfelt, deeply thought, authentic comment is going to bring you more connection than a bunch of likes and, blah, blah, I call it. So bring your whole heart essence to your online presence. Okay, now I want to share with you my social media success formula, okay? And this is cracking the code. These are tried and tested strategies. I'm a certified organic reach specialist on Facebook. I've used these strategies for 15 years. I started this business of actually embodying social media, embracing it, learning to love it in 2008. And since then, I've helped hundreds, if not thousands of clients with these strategies. So I don't teach anything that I don't do in my own business. So what I'm telling you, these are true, and these bypass the algorithms. For every hack, there's an algorithm, okay? So you can't game the system. There's always going to be an algorithm. So try these methods, and I'm telling you, if you try this shift today that I'm teaching you, it is going to change your social media results forever. And this is on all platforms. Even though I talk about Facebook, everything I'm telling you, it's true on all platforms, okay? It's basically just different demographics, different mechanics, and maybe different content, but the strategies are true. Okay, here it is. The Whole Heart Social Media Success Formula. You want to brand yourself, position yourself as the expert in your field so that you shine as a thought leader, and monetize. Okay, now I want everybody to take a deep breath and exhale, because the next thing I'm going to say usually sends people out of their bodies. Okay, here it is. 50% of the time that you are on social media, I want to encourage you to spend branding yourself. Okay, and what does this mean? Social media now, I say it's personal business. On Facebook, this is on your personal profile. A lot of people, they want to just like use their business page. You set up your personal profile, never touch it again, and go to the business page. And they say, well, this is separate. This is personal, this is business. Here's the thing. We live in a transparent world. It's all personal. Okay. And I'm going to dispel any myth you've ever had about social media. A lot of people feel concerned because there's no security and there's no privacy on social media. Well, guess what? There is no security and there is no privacy. So don't put anything anywhere on the internet that you don't want on the front page of the newspaper. And then you don't have to worry. And you want to think about it in terms of so for example, if you worked in a corporation and it was casual Friday and you were wearing blue jeans, you would still be professional. It's the same thing on your social media. Even though it's personal, you're still going to be professional. I like to say on your personal social media, you're sharing your passion for your business. You're letting people know who you are. People buy you before they buy what you're selling, whether it's a product, a service, or an idea. Okay. It's about integrity. So think about that. The internet is a 24/7 networking opportunity. So when you go to a networking event, you shake hands or you hug in the old days, right? When we used to get to do that. You shake hands, you hug, you meet people, you connect. You don't walk in there and you're like, hey, want to buy my book? Want to come to my workshop? You go in there to connect, to build relationships. It's the same thing on the internet. So in person, the connection that you're making, whether it's to network, to build relationships, to share your message, or to connect, the connection is a handshake. On the internet, the connection is the hyperlink. Okay, it's when somebody tags you on Facebook and says, hey, great seeing you at this event, Tina, and I tag her, and then she gets a notification that I've tagged her, or somebody clicks on a link from social media and goes to my website. All of those are internet handshakes. Here's another staggering statistic for you. Every minute, millions of internet handshakes are exchanged. And those handshakes and those referrals could be people referring you. Okay. So I want to give you some tips on how that happens. The first tip, how to influence your news feed and your followers' news feeds. Okay. Now, everything I'm telling you that you can do on your news feed, your followers can do on their news feeds as well. So you have to think about that in terms of, people can unfollow you as well as you can unfollow other people, which is why you want to always be sharing quality content. Those three little magic dots in the upper right-hand corner of every post give you the opportunity to train your newsfeed. Okay. And it's the same thing on LinkedIn. You have those three little dots. So how do you influence your newsfeed? You influence your newsfeed by what you like, comment, and share, by what you post, the words you use, and by those 3 little dots. Zig Ziglar said, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So when I say liking, commenting, sharing, and caring, and caring, I have this little acronym I've created, which is to connect, acknowledge, respond, and engage. Okay, so it's not just like, it's really becoming conscious. And I'm going to take this to the next level because I want to encourage you to start playing the game of intentional social media. I want you to think about strategically liking, commenting, sharing, and following. Okay. Who are you going to play with on social media? And here's a challenge. I give this challenge to every single person whenever I speak. Pick 5 people. Who are these people? They're active on social media. Their message is in alignment with your message, because if their message is not in alignment, you're not going to want to share theirs. They're not going to want to share yours. Pick strategic partners. You market to the same people and you sell something different. Pick industry leaders. Pick networkers, influencers. And what do you do with these people? Go to your Facebook, find them, or go to LinkedIn and find them. So the first thing you want to do is you want to connect with them on all social media. The next thing you want to do is you want to engage with them. Your comments brand you. When people see your comments, what you're liking, every single thing we do leaves a digital footprint. So every single thing you do is visible for everybody to see. Your comments, how you interact, what you do on social media is just as powerful as you telling everybody about your business and your thing. Share their content. That brands you. What you share brands you. Lift them up. Okay. Who you lift up brands you. Private message them to invite them to have coffee, not to promote, but to invite them to have coffee or to connect. The definition of marketing is inspiring people to take action on the thing you know they need. So branding yourself personally on your social media, here's tip number 2. Share what you care about. Share inspiration. Share causes that are not too activating, because if you share something that's too activating and it's off brand for you, what happens is it brings a conversation to your social media that takes people away from what you want to focus on. Share other people's posts. Like one of the things I used to tell people, share 2 posts a day. Now what I say is share one of your own and share one of someone else's. And not just share, but be present twice a day. Okay, so it's not just sharing content, just not pumping out content. It's being present twice a day, being present at the networking event, the 24/7 networking event. Okay, here's tip number 3. Share your passion for your business. Share that you're excited about speaking at the WYN event today. Share about, like, I have a book launch coming up next week. Share about your book launch. Share your success stories. So you share your passion for your business on your personal page and your personal social media. So Facebook gives you the distinction of the personal and the business page. But all the other platforms, you have to just really determine for yourself, what is 50% of your effort, your energy, your presence. So 50% is 50% is branding yourself on all your platforms. Okay, 40% is to educate, inspire, and motivate. Here's tip number 1. Share more of the why. Share, why is it important? Why do people need to know what you're about, what you want to, why? Not the how-to. The how-to is what you sell or it's your freebie, but share the why. Tip number 2, share quotes, share inspirations, share your own wisdom, share articles, share other people's content. Did you hear that again? Share other people's content. Again, always staying in your lane, in your brand, and share your blog. And tip number 3 is share a variety of content and schedule at different times and different days. I'm going to talk about blogging for 1 minute here. blogging is one of the most powerful things that you can do. I started my whole internet marketing as a blogger, and blogging is really such a powerful tool, and not that much has changed in the power of blogging in the past 15 years. Share topics related to your clients, use keywords and search engine optimization, use links that have keywords in them, because your blog is out there 24/7. Okay. Once you post a blog, the link is out there 24/7. It expands your reach. It increases your followers. It gives you an opportunity for people to share your content. Okay. The next thing is, what else to share on social media? Share live videos, both short and long. Videos under 5 minutes as well as long ones. Share images, links, share your status, share Q&A, use colored backgrounds to have your posts stand out. Highly relevant and shareable. That's the important thing about your topics. Share FAQs, share Ask Me Anything, client spotlights and testimonials, biggest mistakes and myths, industry news, collaborations, interviews, Q&A. I know I'm buzzing through these, but if you come to my booth, I'll give you the information in a slower form. Repurpose, okay? Repurpose and reshare. Share all the social media on all social media channels. Again, highly relevant and shareable. So that's 90% of your time on social media. Okay, so 90% of your time is branding yourself and positioning yourself as the expert in your field, building influence. So guess what? 10% of your time is to promote, and that's promoting something free. So you want to promote something free, something that's related to your next offer, and something that's ongoing so that people can get it anytime. And you want to have a link to your website. And this is so important, because a lot of times people are sharing all this stuff, but people, the people who are seeing their stuff are like, what do I do? Okay, I want this. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. My social media success formula: 50% brand yourself, 40% educate, inspire, and motivate, 10% promote. Bring your whole heart essence to your online presence, and build your marketing machine so that you're not just wasting your time chasing the flash mob of social media. And I would love to take a few minutes to share the other opportunities that I have. And I do have a booth, so please come talk to me at the booth. I would love to visit with you. But I would love to share with you about my Social Media Success Formula Masterclass. And this is a class specifically on really how to get free organic reach on Facebook. Once you crack the code on Facebook, you can translate this content to all other social media platforms. You'll learn what to say, the message, how to play, and where to play. So this information will be at my booth. The other thing is, I would love for you to join my Facebook group, Whole Heart Marketing with Diana Konkoff Morgan, and send me a friend request, connect with me on social media, and also on my website, which is wholeheartmarketing.com, I have my free Whole Heart Marketing report full of non-techie strategies in plain English to grow your online presence. And I would love to connect with you. I would love to meet you, and I would love to inspire you to grow your online presence, because my mission is to inspire thought leaders and change makers to bring their online presence out to the world to heal this planet. Thank you so much. I see all those lovely hearts.
Thank you so much, Diane, for sharing those tips on social media and breaking it down, giving us your blueprint on how we can crack the code with social media.
That's right.
Yes, and me and you, we agree on a lot of different things, because, honey, I started cracking the code with Facebook. Facebook is the mothership. And so, so make sure You guys go over to the exhibit to meet and greet with our speaker, Diane Morgan, because she is giving away some different stuff. And you can also connect with her new book. So we're going to keep on moving along. Thank you so much again, Diane. And if anybody has a question, oh, you're most welcome. Anybody have a question? We can talk about one question and then we can move on.
Yes. Diana, you maintained a remarkable poise in the face of a potentially hostile audience. And here is the question from our audience. Yes. What are the skills and talents required to be a thought leader to achieve desired results?
To be a thought leader, I'm sorry, the last part.
What are the skills and talents required to be a thought leader to achieve desired results?
Okay, so first thing is you want to have a clear message. That's the very first thing. And beyond, your message, your mission, your movement. The next thing is to really become willing to dive into learning how to use Facebook for business. So that's the next thing. And the next thing is, I think it requires getting help and having patience because, Tina talked about this too. Social media is not a get rich quick. It is a process that you really have to learn, especially, I like to say, if you weren't born with a mouse in your hand. Most of my clients were not born with a mouse in their hand. And so they have to, it's like learning another language at a time when your brain is already done learning language. So one of the most important skills is learning the language of social media. It is a very different animal than traditional marketing.
Yes, such an amazing answer from you, Diana. Hope our audience got your answer for this. And thank you.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. Please come visit me in my booth.
All right, you guys, you heard it. You heard it loud and clear. Go and visit Diane at her booth. And we also have some other WYN speakers that also has a booth as well. So make sure to check them out and make sure to participate in this amazing virtual